Good afternoon, TikTok. What's good? What's good? It's a beautiful day here in South Florida today. Sun is shining bright as usual. No clouds. It's nice and warm. Breezy today, so the temperature is just right. And really enjoying this day. So let's talk about the lunacy going on in our government. I was sitting back thinking today about what Donald Trump said about the trade deals with Mexico and Canada, and how Mexico and Canada has been ripping us off and really taking advantage of us. But as I remember it, it's Donald Trump that negotiated the current trade deals during his first administration. So, did he make a mistake, or is he just an idiot? Because he negotiated the deals that we have now. Remember when he came into office the first time and he talked about how lopsided the NAFTA deal was. And then he negotiated a new deal, the MCA. And that's what we got now. So either he's just stupid, or he is just stupid. That's the only conclusion I can come to, because it's his deal. And now he wants to play the tariff game. I'm going to put all these tariffs on China and Canada and Mexico, and then as the deadline approaches, he backs off. Oh, I'm going to give him another week. I'm going to give him another month. Come on. You're fucking up the markets. Your billionaire friends are losing a lot of money with this up and down market swings you're causing. It's just ridiculous. Doge is talking about all the money they've saved, when the fact is, and you can go on their own website, you can go on Doge's website and see all this for yourself. They haven't saved us a damn dime. All the contracts they were talking about, they canceled. Those contracts were already dead. Those contracts were paid out and completed already. So there was no more money going out to those contracts. But, the government does keep a record of every goddamn thing. So that's all Doge's people were looking at, is records of old finished contracts. Yesterday, Elon Musk said Social Security was the biggest Ponzi scheme and the biggest fraud in history. Really? Do you realize that the Social Security has $3 trillion in surplus? Do you know why? Because all of us that are working pay into it, and it accumulates interest as it's sitting there in those accounts. And they can't use that money for anything by law. Did you know that? But the Republicans will tell you that Social Security is going bankrupt, and it's a it's a, what do they call it? They basically, they don't want us to have it, but we pay into it. We pay into it so that we can have it when we need it. But like I said, they have a $3 trillion surplus. You can look that up for yourself too. It's real. It's not going bankrupt. But what they're trying to do is trying to convince you that it's going bankrupt, so that when they do steal all the money out of it and they actually bankrupt it, they'll be able to say, see, we told you Social Security was no good, but it's all lies. And like I said, don't take my word for it. You can go look this up for yourself. But something that they proposed yesterday really irked my nerves. Elon Musk is saying that they're going to cut 80,000 jobs at the Veterans Administration by August. I'm a veteran. You're fucking with my people now and my benefits. My benefits that were guaranteed me because I served honorably. I earned those benefits, and I expect to collect everything that my contract said I should be able to collect. I have a pension pending right now that's now on hold. I have no clue if I'm going to get my pension. I'm a Gulf War veteran. You're welcome. And we don't ask for anything more than what we were guaranteed in our contracts for serving honorably. And we volunteered to serve too. Not like your draft dodging president who lied and said he had bone spurs so that he wouldn't have to serve his country when called. And in case you didn't know, his grandfather was a draft dodger too. He ran away from Germany at a time of war. And don't get me wrong, one less Nazi was one less that the Allies had to kill. But what was funny is that when they tried to go back to Germany, Germany said, hell no, we don't want you. Stay where you're at. Stay in America. So Donald Trump kept up the family tradition of draft dodging, and he avoided service when called. And I can't believe that there's a single veteran that is supporting Donald Trump. It just astounds me that any veteran would support Donald Trump after he called us suckers and losers, after he denigrated some of our national heroes. Are you fucking kidding me? If you're a veteran and you're supporting Donald Trump, you're a disgrace to the uniform. You really are. But cutting 80,000 jobs from the Veterans Administration is really, really gonna hurt us veterans. The Veterans Administration is already short-staffed. There are a lot of services that take months to get done because they don't have the manpower now to cover everything that needs to be covered. And now they're going to cut 80,000 personnel from the veterans. Is that going to make it more efficient? Think about that, y'all. So for all you veterans out there, look, we need to get together and we need to hit the streets and we need to start protesting and we need to start making our voices heard. Because the last thing I think Donald Trump and Elon Musk wants is a country full of trained killers pissed off at them. Think about that too, people. I'd hate to see it come to that. But these guys, these people are really doing everything they can to wreck our country. I swear to God, I really believe Donald Trump is a Russian agent. One of the things that isn't talked about at all is the fact that Donald Trump has been married to two, not one, but two Eastern Bloc women. Think about that. Two women who were born into the former Soviet Union. So you think Donald Trump doesn't have deep ties to Russia? Come on, people. I know you got common sense. I know you're not that slow. Just use your head. You don't have to believe a word I say. You can go look this stuff up yourself and find out for yourself. Just step outside the world of Fox News. Just step outside the world of any news, any internet. Go look this up and find out for yourself. Okay? Plain and simple. For all you people that support him because you think he's such a great businessman, really? Tell me what great business successes he's had. Tell me. I can tell you he's bankrupted 16 companies. This man even ran a casino into the ground in Atlantic City, New Jersey many years ago. Ran a casino into the ground. You know, casinos like getting free money. People just come all day and give you free money. But he was so fucking greedy, he robbed himself out of business. Think about that, people. The only successful thing Donald Trump has ever done was star on a TV reality show, which wasn't that good either. Wasn't that great. The Apprentice was not, in my opinion, a great show. And I spent 20 plus years in the entertainment industry. Only reason it got such good ratings is because people tuned in to watch the nonsense that went on. People tuned in just to see who he was going to fire every week. They didn't tune in because it was actually good, entertaining TV. See, one thing you all don't understand, and maybe you do, is that people watch TV mainly for the buffoonery that we see. It's mindless entertainment. Plain and simple. That's how we marketed it when I was in the industry. It was just mindless entertainment. But we knew people were going to tune in to the dumbest shit. It's funny how our society went from a society of learning to a society of lunacy. When I was growing up, when I was a kid, shows like Sesame Street, The Electric Company, they were cool ass shows. I'm going to age myself now. Who remembers the Schoolhouse Rock commercials? Those commercials, in my opinion, were dope as hell. I learned a lot. They taught us about the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, how bills are passed, and the process of legislation all the way up to the president signing bills into law. We learned all of that. These kids nowadays aren't learning any of that. And granted, many of our school systems today are screwed up. They don't teach a lot of the things that we had when we were growing up. We had shop classes, wood shop, metal shop, home economics. I loved home ec. Mainly because all the girls were in home ec, and as a young boy, we wanted to be where the girls were at. However, it was a good class. It taught us some practical things that we needed to learn. These kids now, they're not learning anything about life. But Donald Trump wants to kill the Department of Education. Really? He says he wants to put education back into the hands of the states. The states already control education. But without federal funding, a lot of these states aren't going to be able to afford to educate their people. This is why they don't want you to stay woke. They want you to go to sleep. They want you to remain dumb. Just like religion. Remember, in the Bible, Adam and Eve were told not to eat from the tree of knowledge. The tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's because God in the Bible wanted you to remain dumb. This is why the Republicans don't want you to stay woke. See, woke was, is, and never was a movement. It was a suggestion to wake up and be aware of what's going on. Pay attention. That's all woke means. It was never some political movement or something to ram down the throats of people who didn't believe in the ideology, because it was never an ideology. It was just a simple suggestion to be aware, pay attention. But see, the Republican Party and MAGA don't want you to pay attention. The elites don't want you to pay attention, because if you pay attention to what's happening, then you see them for the bullshit and con artists that they are. So I'm telling you, people, wake up and stay woke. Pay attention to what's happening. I saw some comments yesterday saying Elon Musk, he's working for free. He's not getting anything out of what he's doing. Are you fucking serious? He's shutting down every agency that has beef with his business. He's shutting down every agency that will scrutinize his business practices. He's shutting down the agencies that will protect you, the consumer, from his con artist activities. Do you understand that Elon Musk is making close to $8 million a day from American taxpayers? He's one of the biggest corporate welfare receivers in the country. So for you to think that he's not getting anything out of this, you are just as retarded as the rest of MAGA. I mean, you got to be totally dumb to think that Elon Musk isn't getting any benefit. He spent a cool $200 million to earn billions. And right now, he's in control of trillions because Donald Trump gave him all the keys and the security codes. And you idiots are out here supporting this nonsense. Do you think for 1 minute that him or Donald Trump gives a damn about your life? Do you think they give a damn about your well-being or your lifestyle or your bank accounts or whether or not your families get to eat or whether or not you keep a roof over your head? They don't give a damn. They've never lived the life that we live. They have never existed in the world that we walk in. So you have to be the ultimate idiot to believe for 1 minute that they care about you. And before you get started calling me liberalist and Democrat, I'm nobody's liberal, I'm nobody's Democrat. I don't support either political party. Because there are things that conservatives like that I actually like. There are things that liberals like that I actually like. And for anybody to be far left or far right, y'all are clowns. Because real life is right down the middle. Whether you agree with me or not really doesn't matter. We can agree to disagree. But one thing I can tell you is that this country is gone to hell. And for all of you that are supporting Donald Trump, Elon Musk, President Musk, and his whole MAGA movement are helping us go straight to hell. So somebody flagged my live and called it hate speech. Isn't that funny? Hate speech, really? Who am I hating on? MAGA? Y'all really can't stand it when somebody speaks up against your movement. But it's okay. It's okay. Somebody says I have no truth. Wow. Really? Okay. We'll see what happens, though, when that inflation starts rising and then prices keep going up and you realize that you've all been conned. I'm just going to sit back and laugh. See, I'm not affected by the grocery prices because our family, We have our land and we grow all of our own vegetables and produce and everything. So we're good. We got about 100 chickens on our property, so we get fresh eggs every day. And you know the egg prices have absolutely nothing to do with Biden and the Democrats. It's because of bird flu. It's because of the contaminated conditions within a lot of these chicken houses here in this country. I don't know if you've ever been to one, but if you've ever been to a commercial chicken house, you'd probably never eat chicken again. In fact, if you've ever been to a big commercial slaughterhouse, you'd probably never eat beef again. But the point is that y'all are letting a bunch of billionaires who don't give a damn about you and yours, who wouldn't be billionaires without any of us buying their products. Some of the products are decent. Some of the products are definitely worth having. Many of the products are garbage. Which I also laugh at too, because our government talks about how much of an enemy China is, but yet 90% of our products are produced in China. You know why these corporations produce their products in China? Because the labor's cheap. You want made in America? I like made in America because I like Americans that have jobs. However, Americans aren't going to work for $2.50 an hour. It's not going to happen. Bring iPhone and Samsung manufacturing to the U.S. and freaking iPhones are going to be $3,000-$4,000 because Americans ain't working for $2.50 an hour. That's about the average hourly income in China. A lot of our textiles, in fact, America has no textiles industry. All of that shit is imported. You know why? Because the labor's cheap. These tariffs are going to send our prices up because you know who pays for the tariffs? We do, the consumers, not the countries that the products are coming from. They don't pay for the tariffs. The companies that are importing these products pay those tariffs, and then they pass that cost down to us, the consumers. That's a fact. Probably many of you out there, though, have never run a business, especially a business that requires you to import your product. So you wouldn't know. You would never understand what a tariff is. But it's all simple shit that you can learn. Just look it up. You don't have to take my word for anything. Because I am not the be-all, know-all, end-all. All of this information you can look up for yourself. But in any case, Sunday night, we're going to talk 9 p.m. crazybabytvworld.com on YouTube. Come check me out. Phone line will be open. I can't wait to hear what some of y'all got to say. Grifter or gifter? Oh, okay, gifter. I'm not a grifter for sure because I ain't making no money off of any of this. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for accolades. But your mind is a terrible thing to waste. So please, please, please don't waste it. Just read. Do the research. Find out for yourself. Don't take the word of these people on any of the news agencies. I don't care what it is. CNN, NBC, Fox News, whatever. Don't take their word for it, because they're in business too to make money. They make money off of your fear and my fear, and they help cause all the animosity between all of us, so that the elites can continue to do what they do. It's not a black or white thing. It's not a Spanish versus European thing. It's a have and have-nots thing. They are losing grip on power, and they are running scared. And that's why the nonsense is at a fever pitch right now. So all you MAGA people out there, pay attention. Stay woke. Wake the fuck up. Because this past election season, y'all were conned. And for those of you that didn't vote, y'all were asleep at the wheel. So you got to understand, America did not set a mandate for Donald Trump, because only 1/3 of the voting population voted for Donald Trump. 1/3 of y'all stayed at home or voted for somebody else. Something to think about. Do the research and find out for yourself. All right, y'all. Sunday night, 9 p.m. Crazy Baby TV World on YouTube. I'm your man's Ken Jackson. This has been my daily rant. I will catch y'all later on. Peace. I'm out.